Hello and welcome back. We have a guest on the couch, and I'm really excited to start this conversation because it's going to be an interesting one. We have the real Femi Adekanye in the building. He is an actor, model, former pro basketball player, and also a cultural officer at the Lagos State Council for Arts and Culture. It's great to have you in the building.
Pleasure is all mine. Thanks for having me.
All right, so when they say basketballer, the first thing, I don't know why it just comes to my head, the first thing is you just look at your height, like, wow, okay, basketball, seriously? Talk about that transition from sports to acting. How did that happen?
I've been playing basketball for a very long time. I think I was influenced by my brothers.
Okay.
They played it professionally as well, and it was easy for me to, start at a very younger age. I followed them to the basketball courts, watched them play and all that, and it helped. So I started playing. I played in school, in university days. I played in Wapoga, Western University Games.
Wow.
I played in Nuga Games as well, and yeah. So over the years, I've played in so many competitions, and it's been a wonderful experience for me.
All right.
Yeah.
So, sport is one thing, and then it's something a lot of parents are proud of. My son is, he plays sports, either he plays football, basketball. Parents are always really proud of that. But then suddenly you now give them a call and say, Mommy, Daddy, I want to act. What happened when you decided to let them know?
My mom actually, she has been encouraging from the day one.
Okay.
Anything I tell her that I want to do, she's always in support of it.
Okay.
It was easy for her to support me in basketball because my brothers played it as well.
Yeah, sure.
And they got scholarship to, school abroad.
Wow.
So it was easy. So even because I studied theater arts in University of Ilorin, by the way.
Yeah.
And it was easy for her to support me. Because later on, she started seeing me in some short movies. And she was like, okay, that's my son,
All right.
So it was easy. And she has been encouraging.
All right.
Yeah.
So, but has the industry encouraged you, because there is often this stereotype of the tall, dark, handsome guy, don't worry, just give him one romance role. He'll be all right. Actors often want to spread their wings. So how has the industry been treating you?
I can't complain.
Okay.
And just like you said, there's a particular role being given to if you're tall, they feel, okay, you can play lover boy and all the stuff. But I don't think I'm being stereotyped because I've done stage plays, I've done some short movies as well, and I've been given different roles, not just lover boy, even though they give me more of lover boy. But I've played different roles. I've played an elderly person.
Fantastic.
In fact, there's a stage play we did, that was last year. What's the name? Ladi Kwali.
Okay.
I played an old hunter, and most of my friends that were around, they could not recognize me. They didn't know that I was even the one.
Wow.
And yeah, it's easy for me to play the role that naturally I'm comfortable with. But if you give me some challenging roles as well, I can also do it. So
fantastic.
I don't think they should stereotype you because of your look. It is how you can able to deliver that matters.
So at a point, the industry has become, extremely, I'm not going to say saturated with fine boys. There are not as many roles as there are actors. And there is that competition and that, move to at least, let me just get some gig this month or next week. Has that affected how you take scripts at any point in time?
Well, there's this saying that if you're just starting, because I wouldn't say I'm an upcoming actor. I've been doing this for over 10 years now.
Sure.
But at the same time, I'm not known yet. So they'll tell you don't reject roles.
Okay.
Although I can't do nude, there are some particular kind of roles that I can never do.
Okay, so you tell them no.
Yes, but I don't think I've been presented with any script that will make me to say, no, I can't do this.
All right.
And because naturally, most of the productions that I've done, usually epic movies, and it promotes culture and all that, so there's no reason for me to reject it.
I was actually going to touch on that, the aspect of you working in, the Council for Arts and Culture, and how that has affected your mindset about how the African culture is perceived. Can you give us a little insight into your mindset around that?
It is important that we Africans, we should not forget our roots. And part of the things that we do in art and culture is promoting culture, promoting tourism, promoting arts in itself. And it cuts across not just the usual form that we see. You know, it's about the diversity of arts, diversity of culture, and you can tell in my outfit as well. Like,
yeah, sure.
I wear more of native, I wear more of traditional. It's just for us promoting what we have and be proud of it. So these are the things that we do. We tend to showcase our culture in diversity and let people see that, yes, we have a lot to offer.
Now, there's a very important aspect of culture that you've decided to dive into, and that's language and taking roles in Yoruba language. I think there was one that was released not too long ago. Can you talk to us about that?
Okay. Most people know me to be in, like, I do more of English movies. Yeah. But over last year, I started diving into the Yoruba movies because I'm from Kwara State and I speak Yoruba to some extent. And I feel that I should be able to, you know, speak it more. And because the movie industry, that's the African magic movie industry, they don't really do, they don't do more of Yoruba, it's English, right? Yeah, sure. So it's an opportunity for me to, okay, let me speak my dialect, let me be able to communicate, and it's been an amazing journey. Fantastic. I've done quite a couple YouTube videos, short movies. I did one, we finished that one 2 weeks ago. It's called Agreements. Agreements. Yeah, it's called Agreements. Okay. It's called Agreements. That's the title. So, and I played a role of a man who needs to get married, who the mom has been pressurizing to actually get married, but I think you should just wait for it.
Don't worry, we'll wait for it to come out.
Don't let me.
The cat out of the bag, not yet. We get it. But there was one you mentioned to me earlier before we started this conversation, which had to do with a very interesting role of a man.
Okay, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
A man with many wives.
A man with many wives.
Yes.
And you thought this was a role you could take on. Okay, so
yes,
you want to give us the plot?
Soon, although we've not started shooting. Okay. We'll start shooting next week.
Okay.
And, I'm prepared for it because it's interesting and it's fun. Just like the name implies, you can imagine the drama that comes with you having more than one wife. Wow. Having one woman is enough problem.
And that's a Yoruba movie. That's going to entail a lot of, dedication to, so there's some Yoruba movies where you can probably just skirt along with basic Yoruba, basic dialect, the everyday Yoruba. But once you have epics, once you have stories like that, it gets a lot deeper. And it feels like there's a lot of pressure on actors to make sure that they make it authentic. What have you been doing to make sure that your performances are more authentic?
Well, you have to prepare yourself. You have to prepare your mind. If you're being given a role, if you have your script early, you study it. Because when you plan, when you prepare for something, I think it's you'll be ready for anything. So it's just all about interpretation of roles. And I think so far so good. I've been doing fantastically well in that by interpreting roles, because you need to, as an actor, you need to dive deeply into what that character entails. Like, for instance, the person that has many wives, you have to put yourself into that situation, that how would this person react dealing with a lot of women? So it's about the character interpretation, and it's easy when you have your script, you go through your script, you learn, you dwell, it's more like you're dipping yourself, strongly into the character.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like touching on something here. We've not talked about you and your love life or women at all in this whole conversation, but you've picked a role where you're going to play a man with many wives. Is it based on experience or?
No.
No, it's not?
No.
You don't have many wives somewhere in other parts of the world?
No, I don't.
Okay.
It's just, I think the major reason is that you try to, just like I said, if they give you a role that you should act like an Agbiru, for instance. Okay. Right? We have, at one point in time, probably entire commercial vehicle, buses and all that. And you would have had the experience, first-hand experience. So it's easy for me to emulate that character.
Okay.
You understand? Just for that role.
Just for that role.
It's easy for me to study someone who has more than one wife and see the behavior pattern and then, infuse it.
Okay, all right. So I can see that you don't want to talk relationships here. I'm going to dive away from that. But there is a really big movement of actors performing on YouTube videos. You've mentioned YouTube quite a bit already.
Yes.
And there are a lot of content creators going to YouTube and making a lot of money from streams. Have you found that particular aspect of the industry?
Because most of the movies that I find myself in, even YouTube movies, short movies, being promoted on the YouTube and all that. So it's something that people need to see.
Okay.
And it's also in a segment, I think AMVCA has a particular segment relating to that as well.
Okay,
because people are making a lot of money in it. And if you want to shoot a YouTube movie, you don't have to be, you have to take your time. It's not something you rush. You see a lot of people wanting to shoot YouTube movies and they are too quick to, okay, you know what, let's just do a day and round it up. And it's not easy. I've done a YouTube movie before, and it's a short movie actually. And we spent 4 days.
Okay, 4 days.
It was a rigorous period because we were shooting back to back. People would think that they are not putting a lot into these movies, but they are. It takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of nights.
I can imagine.
Rehearsals and all that. So it's something that needs to be promoted more.
The real Femi Adekanye here in the building with us right here on Wake Up Nigeria. You've been able to, give us a little snapshot of your world, and we appreciate you for coming to talk to us today.
Thank you for having me.
At this point, we're going to be showing some more appreciation. We want to take you to the kitchen. Our chef has been hard at work prepping a meal. Would you like to taste it?
Sure, why not?
All right, then. All right, let's head over to the kitchen, guys.
Thank you.